Hello, and thank you both for joining me today for my presentation on the roles in women in television. I chose you both as my audience members because whenever I think of how women are portrayed on television, I can't help but think of how it may affect the both of you. For this, I analyzed the 80s and 90s sitcom Married with Children that I routinely watched as a child growing up. To critically examine this program, I focused on critical thinking element number 2 and the question at issue, which for this speech was the objectification of women on TV. This television show is centered around a washed-up all-state high school football running back who blames the Bundy curse for his unrewarding career as a woman's shoe salesman and a life with a family that disrespects and mocks him. The man is a misogynist. He completely disrespects women and boasts about his favorite things in life as being making local trips to the nudie bar and his big collection of Biggins magazine. The female cast members on the show are treated with zero to little respect. Women are objectified on the show and seen as sex objects. If the women on the show aren't big-breasted bombshells, then they typically have roles of unattractive or overweight feminists. Al's neighbor, Marcy Rhodes, fits right into this category. She's an educated businesswoman who happens to also be a feminist. The producers of the show do their best to dress Marcy down in an attempt to make her less attractive than the other female characters on the show. Al is consistently belittling her, talking about her small breast size and boy-like figure. The insults on the female cast members that don't fit into the portrayed ideal woman on the show doesn't stop at Marcy Rhodes. The show features regular cast members that frequent Al Bundy's shoe store. The women are often shown to be overweight, wearing muumuus, and have a less than attractive makeup on. Al consistently belittles them, calling them fat, ugly, and many other demeaning names. I don't believe this to be healthy to be seen by women being made fun of because they don't look or dress a certain way. Other cast members on the show are seen in a different light. For example, Kelly Bundy, who is Al's daughter. She plays a blonde bimbo. She's always scantily clad and typically wearing a tight mini dress that is pretty revealing of her cleavage as well. She always is seen making out with a different guy and is always scheming up a way to make men want her more. This to me is demeaning to women and shows that all they are good for is pleasing men. Another female cast member on the show who is not shown in a positive light is Al's wife, Peggy Bundy. She's a stay-at-home mom and, like Kelly, is always seen wearing provocative attire. She prides herself on being lazy and not doing anything around the house, like cooking or cleaning. Instead, all she does is sit around the house watching soap operas all day and go shopping with Al's money. This too is disparaging to women, as it shows stay-at-home moms are lazy and a burden to the family. In closing, the show's consistent barrage of women in skimpy clothes portrayed as useless sex objects doesn't help the women's movement for equality, respect, and fairness. Looking back now at the show that I once adored for its humorous punchlines has now left a bitter taste in my mouth. I don't think that women should be subjected to nothing more than sex objects, and that the only thing that they are seen as and that only women that are seen as unattractive can stand for women's rights. Hopefully Hollywood screenwriters one day and producers will do a better job of portraying women more fairly and cease the objectification of them in the name of big profits.